This is Nathan Taylor with TaylorWebs.com, and this is going to be my first video for my channel. I'm going to be doing some PHP, HTML, CSS, basic web design tutorials, and hopes that more people will start making websites. If you can't follow along with the tutorials and you want a website anyway, right now I make websites, and if you message me, I can transfer you over to the business that I work with, which is Chosen Scripts, and we can make a website for you, discuss what you want on it, and stuff like that. But this is going to be a tutorial on how to make a registration script, which basically allows users to register to your website and then log in. Then you can do other stuff with the web content if you are logged in and if you are not logged in. But we're going to start off. I'm already logged into my cPanel account on our Vikes. If you're not using cPanel, if you're running off your own computer or is another way that you don't have cPanel, then these menus won't look the same, but it will be basically the same process. First, we want to make a MySQL database. So I'm just going to name it registration. Oops. I'll just do reg. And I'll add I'll add a user. Yeah, this part's optional, but I'll just put the password as password. And create user. And if you're using cPanel, don't forget this last step, which is giving the user full permissions. I always forget that step and I get errors, and it takes me a while to figure that out. But once you've created your database, you can go back home and go to PHPMyAdmin. This part of the tutorial will probably only set up the probably just set up the database for connections. I'm going to type for the name of this table, because we're going to create a new table as users. And to get the number of fields, I always like to open up either TextEdit or Notepad. Let me open up a new window. Okay. So we want to have the user ID. We want the username. We want the... You don't have to do this. I'm just writing a list of what we need. The user ID, the username, the user or the password. We can even do the date registered. And what else? We can, I guess, do their IP. If you want. Okay, so that's, what is it? 5. So put 5 there. For the first field, we'll name it ID and an integer, and auto increment, which is this little checkbox here. Sometimes it may be a drop-down menu, and primary. And if it's not a drop-down menu, it might be icons, and it's a key icon. For the next one, we'll type in username and varchar or varchar or whatever. And I'm just gonna give it a little of 500. I don't really care. And same for password. What did we choose for things? Okay, date registered. We'll also put that. We'll put the last 2 as varchars as well with a 500 limit. IPs and date registered isn't going to be 500 characters, but just to be safe. You can set those to whatever you want. I'll put date registered and IP. So the names, the first one's an integer, the rest are varchars, and they have 500 character limits. The top one doesn't need one because it's auto increment, so it'll automatically go up every time a new one gets added. So we'll save that, and now the structure of our table is just that. So that was the first part of the tutorial, getting the database ready. And the next step will be writing out the form in HTML. So please tune into the second part of the tutorial if you want to do registration. Peace out. Please go to taylorwebs.com, subscribe to this channel, everything, you know. Hope to see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.